Trial of 5 men charged with the murder of South African soccer star Senzo Meyiwa is expected to resume in the High Court that's sitting in Pretoria today. It was abruptly adjourned on Wednesday after one of the defense lawyers failed to show up. The court interpreter told the court this week that she witnessed accused number 2, Bongani Ntazi, initial and sign a confession statement. Evelyn Motlhaping was the interpreter at the Boksburg Magistrates Court on Gauteng's East Rand when Ntanzi made the second alleged confession on the 24th of June back in 2020. Motlhaping took the stand after being recalled by the state to testify. Let's get you the latest on the story. Our senior reporter, Chriselda, is watching the developments, and she joins us now from court. And Chriselda, who can forget just how irate Judge Motlhaping was last week when we heard that one of the attorneys representing accused number 1 didn't show up. Hopefully that's not what unfolds today.
Well, that's right. I am quite perturbed and visibly irritated. That was Judge Motlhaping. The last time that we sat here after the lawyer representing accused number 1, Muzisibia, who is Thulani Mngomezulu, failed to pitch in court. And certainly during those proceedings, he raised questions about the professionalism of Thulani Mngomezulu. You would know what we learned inside court, in fact, was that after the court proceedings got underway and Thulani Mngomezulu was confirmed as not being present inside court, we heard from Advocate Zandile Mshololo, who represents accused number 5, that he had telephoned her about 30 minutes before proceedings had started on Wednesday, basically saying that he would want to be stood in for by the lawyer representing accused number 2, who is Sipho Ramusipile. But now you'd recall the judge quite perturbed by this because accused number 1, Muzisibia, had terminated the mandate of Sipho Ramusipile. So Sipho Ramusipile is only representing accused number 2 now, and the person who's representing accused number 1, Muzisibia, is Thulani Mngomezulu. So the judge found it quite strange that now, since the mandate of Sipho Ramusipile had been terminated by accused number 1, Muzisibia, that Thulani Mngomezulu had now been asking Sipho Ramusipile basically to stand in for him. Sipho Ramusipile telling the court that he found he would be conflicted if he did so he was not going to proceed with that. So just a couple of moments ago, say about 10 minutes ago, I did see Thulani Mngomezulu arrive at the court here this morning. I'm sure some of these issues are going to be ironed out with the court before proceedings get underway today, but the judge certainly quite perturbed and irritated by what had taken place on Wednesday. What we were expecting here this morning, you would recall, Ayanda, that accused number 1 and 2 had maintained they were not even in the province on the day that Senzo Meyiwa had been shot and killed. So what we were expecting here this morning is some evidence relating to a vehicle which might rebut the version of accused number 1 and 2. So we're waiting for proceedings to get underway to establish exactly who that person is. A new witness, of course, is expected to take the stand pertaining to those particular aspects. And that gets underway at 10 o'clock as usual on the SABC 24-hour news channel, as well as on the SABC YouTube page.
Yeah, you bet it. We'll be watching all those developments with you, Chriselda. But for now, thanks very much indeed. Chriselda Lewis, our senior reporter, live to us there from the High Court in Pretoria.